Okay.
Should we start now?
Yes, whenever you're ready, I'm waiting for you.
Okay. So we are a group in Green School, which is made by students 6th to 9th grade, and including here all the teachers. And we are gathered to raise awareness about saving water in our community.
Why are we working on it? Water resources worldwide are increasing.
Just a second. Can you please turn on all your cameras?
Yeah, just a second.
Okay. John as well. When you're presenting, especially tomorrow, no way that you're presenting with your camera off. During the event, we will ask you to keep your cameras on so people can see you and ask questions. Okay. Thank you. Okay, you can begin. Maybe start all over. Sorry.
Okay, so hello everyone. We are a group in Green School, which is made from students from 6th grade to 9th grade, including here the teacher that have worked with us. And we are gathered to raise awareness about saving water in our community.
Why are we working on it? Water resources worldwide are increasingly threatened due to urbanization, increased demand for water, and impairment aquatic ecosystems, thus in climate change, and more frequent droughts. And this already difficult situation is becoming more exacerbated. By this, we took the initiative to have meetings for raising awareness in our school. In the pictures, we showed some of the meetings that we have after classes on our school.
The third slide, you can see the steps we have taken to the water saving. The purpose of the steps we have taken was contribution to sustainable development, resource conservation, recycling of materials in harmony with environmental and biodiversity conservation. The first step was forming a focus group with a titled Saving Water. The second step was getting up posters on our toilets for other students to see. The posters was about water saving quotes. The third step was getting lectures from the water expert we had in our school named Mr. Abdullah Nishori. He also worked at Israel for a couple of years, so he knows all about water saving. The fourth step was presenting the project we already done to other students, help them understand why water saving is necessary for all kinds of people. The fifth step was giving out brochures to sixth graders and less. The brochures, us as group that we already made before. The description of activities we have done, shown in pictures. You can see the pictures of the activities we already done. The first two pictures are about the project with the theme water saving that took place from January through March. The second group of pictures, you can see us putting up posters on our toilets. The fourth photo, you can see us giving out brochures that took place on 15th of February. And the last couple of photos, you can see us taking lectures from the water saving expert, Abdullah Nishori, who I already told worked in Israel for a couple of years.
And the last part is our results. Our awareness raising activities brought us positive results and making us achieve our goals. The photo and the graphic shows us one of our works and tells us the progress of a student that he made for the time spent in the shower. That goes down from 20 minutes to 5 minutes.
Thank you very much. How long did it take you? Do you know?
No idea.
Did you ever measure the amount of time it takes you to run the entire presentation?
No, we actually didn't.
You didn't. Okay, you know how much time you have during the final event, the graduation tomorrow? How long?
3 minutes, right?
3 minutes. Okay, so right now you are on 3 minutes and 30 seconds, which
So we
means
need,
that at some point someone will tell you, stop, you're done, you can't continue. And we don't want to get there because they will be strict. Now I want you to practice again after I will give you some comments and doing it even shorter. Let's see how can we do it, okay? Let's go to the second slide, please. Okay, this is a very complex slide. There's a lot of arrows, a lot of directions, a lot of pictures, and you have to decide what's the essence of, what's the story of this slide, like in a couple of sentences. Now, Bleron, is that your name? Am I pronouncing it right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So you speak English very good. It's just that you speak a little bit quiet and a little bit too fast. Don't swallow the words. Try to speak with a good dictation.
Okay.
Okay. Pronounce each word. Pronounce each each vowel and each verb. Um, and I want you to tell me in 2 sentences, what is this slide all about? What is the bottom line of this slide? Why is it important?
Should Blair talk?
You can talk if you want. I want you to tell me, why is this slide here? What's important in this slide? What's the story?
the importance of this slide is for sure the motivation that we give to other people for water saving. We tried and tell it in this slide how did we motivate ourselves to work on it.
Veç pak janë, nëse ka bo Bleronin, është ta ma mirë kish me qenë ai me prezentu vet.
Po, ne,
Jo, mirë është Iran, po ti Bleron pse s'po lajmërohesh as që po ndëgjon, as që s'po ndëgjon. Sa ai ty të tha, se
Viti
ne
kam
nuk
pak probleme teknike, më fal.
I can't hear the previous presentation.
Okay, let's try it again. Now you raised the
he is having some technical issues.
That's okay. That's okay. Don't be stressed about it. And also because of my comments. My comments are meant for you to do it even better. You're doing it fine. You're good. Your English is superb, really. Your English is fluent. I wish I had your level of English when I was your age. I could only dream of speaking like you with such confidence. I want to get you to the next level. You're here. I want you to get over there. Okay? So let's work on it a little bit. So again, if you have a slide on this slideshow, you must know perfectly, very concisely, very accurately, what's the story, what's the bottom line of each slide, and how it helps me to tell the entire story. I have a big story. I'm trying to raise awareness for saving water, and each slide is helping me to tell one part of the story. Each story has a beginning, has a middle, and has an ending. And so are these slides, okay? So the first slide, according to what you're saying, this slide is supposed to let me know what's your motivation. Why did you choose to do what it is that you're doing? Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So
that's the point. What motivates us to work?
Great. So first of all, you can say maybe one sentence, maybe 2 sentences. Just tell us, because I'm from Israel and there will be people from Romania, from Poland, from the United States. They have no idea what's the situation in Kosovo. They might tell you, wait, do you have a water problem? Now, I will ask you right now, do you? Do you have a water problem in Kosovo?
No, we don't.
No.
Water problem? Not at all.
No, we actually
Wherever
don't.
you go, you can drink from the tap water and there is enough water for agriculture. And in the future, there is no problem at all.
Yeah, we believe we have enough water for the future also.
Okay, so that's a big mistake, by the way, a very big one. So, because if you don't have a water problem, then what's your motivation to save water?
Yeah, but we think that we will have water problem in the large future, you know. Like we
Okay,
don't have a problem right now, but we for sure will have on the future.
We
okay,
wanted to avoid any misuse of it.
because you see what's going on in the rest of the world.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
You
exactly.
understand that climate changes are coming, and you might face very serious challenges in terms of water. Now, if that is your motivation, say it. Say it out loud. Start with it. Okay? I want you to start with saying, well, we are from Kosovo, and right now we don't have, in the current stage, a very serious water problem, or not at all. But we do expect that because of climate change, we might face some serious challenges in terms of water scarcity. Say it in your own words, it doesn't matter, but say something about it. And then as an audience, I understand what is your motivation. And then this is the place for this slide. Okay?
Yes.
Good. Now, when you get to this slide, you don't need to describe everything because I see the slide itself.
A pe kuptoni, po thot veç një fjali se motivimin, për çka ju ka shty juve me marrë qito. Do me thonë, nuk ka nevojë me pa gjithë që ato shkrime, që ato fotografi.
Po, pe kuptojnë.
A pe kupton Bleran?
Po edhe pak a shumë e bën negotjeni si tekst. Pak a shumë.
So when you get to this point, and after you say why you chose to do whatever you're doing, then this slide explains your motivation. Okay, and that's the bottom line of this slide. Let's move on to the next slide.
Nashta ma mirë veç me qitë që ato motivim, edhe veç këtu anash, këtu qka pa tjetër. Kthe edhe një herë kush e ka share screen? Sorry for my language, Ram.
That's okay, no problem.
Veç që to goals, brainstorming ideas, nashta, e këto fotografit mi aje krejt. Apo më në trilion që ashtu?
Tu fotot e krejta?
Po dhe veç milion që to ideas, support, performance që to milion, edhe motivation atin mes, in the middle.
Po muj, po duket është ndërre ka me paraqitë dhe me fatë që me konë sa me besueshme se që kena bërë.
Po, ju në qitë slide, po adin kësa që veç motivimi do të me konë edhe...
Okej, kuptova, më stanin mos marim ko, se I tregova dhe Bleronit që ka me bo.
Okay, mirë, continue.
Okay, next slide. Who's presenting this slide?
I'm presenting this one.
Can you just present this slide again?
Yeah, on this slide, you can see the steps we have already taken, and the purpose of the steps we already take. The purpose was contribution to sustainable development, resource conservation, recycling of materials in harmony with environmental and biodiversity conservation. Okay,
now stop. I can see you're reading from the slideshow. Now, that's the only part when you're reading. Yeah. And in the rest, it's very good because you're not reading. I don't want you to read even this part. Okay?
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I can do it.
Think about what it is that you want to say and say it in your own words, and it will be 1,000 times better in your own words, even if you're mistaken. I promise you, even if you mix up the words, even if you forget 1 or 2 words, it still will be sounded better if you say it in your own words without reading.
All right, I'll do that. I'll fix that for the other time we present.
Okay. Now, you also move, of course, you move over all the steps, right?
Yeah.
First step and then the second step. It's too long.
All right.
Make it shorter.
Okay, so
Okay.
I'll just go
Let's say
faster.
we undertook 5 different steps in order to achieve our goal. These steps included, and then say everything. You don't need to go through first step and then the second step and then the third step, because the audience will lose it.
All right.
Okay. Keep in mind that the audience is students like you and sometimes younger. Their attention span is not very large. Okay, especially when it's English and they are not native speakers, so it's harder, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, let's move on to the next slide. Okay, who's presenting this slide?
Yeah, I'm presenting this one too.
Okay, present it again, please.
All right. On this slide, you can see the description of the activities we already done with pictures. The first 2 pictures was the project with the theme Saving Water that took place from January through March. The second part of pictures was us putting up posters on the school toilets that took place on 12th of February.
I'll stop you now, John.
All right.
Can you guess my comment now?
Yeah, I think too long or something like this.
What's that?
I think you will say I'm taking too long or just going through step by step.
Again, and can you tell me also, first of all, you're right, and second of all, what's the difference between this slide and the previous one?
Yeah, like we just want to show this one with pictures and show exactly when we've done it.
So here you are detailing the steps that you are telling us about in the previous.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Choose one of these slides and delete the other one. You don't need both.
I think we should delete this one then.
Okay. Wait, actually, the one with the pictures might be better than the one without the pictures.
You mean we should delete this one?
Maybe. Decide later. Don't do it now. Decide later. Choose. Talk with your friends, discuss about it. Now, after we reduced one slide, we have time, right?
Yeah.
First of all, we have more time, so that's good. And second of all, you can use this time in order to add these couple of sentences I told you about in the beginning. Okay, talking about how in Kosovo right now you don't have water shortage, but you expect that in the future, because of climate changes, you will face, and you want that, and that's your motivation. And here you can actually create another slide with maybe 1 or 2 pictures of climate changes, maybe droughts or something from Kosovo, the lakes in Kosovo, or whatever it is that you want to show. Okay?
Yeah.
Next. Okay. Can you please present this graph again? The whole slide from the beginning.
Okay. So the results. So our awareness raising activities brought us positive results and making us achieve our goals. The photo and the graphic shows us 1 hour works and tells us the progress of a student that they made for the time spent in the shower. And that goes down from 20 minutes to 5 minutes. And that's a really cool progress with positive results.
Okay, so what we actually see here, what did you do? You asked students to save time in the shower, or you just, what's going on here? I don't understand.
You don't understand. Okay, so this was 1 of our works that homeworks for students to like the time that they took in the shower. They can write down the date and the time, and the other time they can remember to save water and save time, and they can go quicker, they can shower quicker, and they can add the date and the time, and that goes down to 5 minutes. And when we see this, we understand that they catch the point that we did all of this project for them to save water, and they can also save their time.
And that's what you're supposed to say when you present this slide.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
Start with this, because you have to explain what's going on. Unless John, in the previous slide, we'll explain that one of the activities was, and then talk about the whole shower thing when you ask students to fill forms and talk about how much time they take a shower. But unless you specifically talk about it, when you get to this slide, you have to explain us what it is that we're seeing. What is this form that I see here with dates and times and everything, okay? That's one thing. The second thing is always, 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 and remember it, because when you get to college or the university, it's going to be important. When you present a figure, when you present a graph, always start with describing the horizontal and the vertical axis. What is it? Okay? So you describe and you say, it might sound stupid to you, but when people see it and they didn't do your research, they have no idea what they're seeing here. So you start very simply. You say, okay, on the vertical axis, we can see the amount of time people showered. And on the horizontal one, we see the dates. That's all. Just let me know what am I looking at here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then describe the results. And I think that's it. I mean, it's very nice. People might ask you, well, how much water do you save?
A pe kuptoni, ky po thot si nuk po shkruan kërkon që ku ka qenë rritja dhe ku ka qenë ngritja, do të thotë zbritja dhe ngritja e minutave, minutazhave. Pe demne çfarë po thot Denis?
Po, pe kuptojnë, po.
Po kuptojmë na, po
Like you can really meter the whole how much we saved with the water. Like you can't.
You can't.
Yeah, there's
How do you pay your water bill?
Yeah, like we pay every month. That's what you mean.
How do you know? How do you know how much water did you use in order to pay the bill? How does the water company know?
how much you've spent and you pay the money.
Right, but how do they know how much you spent?
Yeah, of course, they meter how much we spent.
And where is the meter?
I don't know, man. No idea.
They don't measure it sometimes.
But this works.
It's weird here, I swear.
Usually the meters are just outside your house. Okay.
Yeah, they are, of course. Yeah, but like we can't check how much we spent or how much we did not spend. That's not possible.
Okay. So first of all, for tomorrow, it doesn't really matter, but just people might ask.
But it's too cheap. Water bills.
What?
They are too cheap. Too cheap. They are too cheap. The water bills. For example, 10 euros for a month or 12 euros for a month.
Oh, that's all? Wow.
Yeah,
too cheap.
Wow. That's another thing to talk about, because when it's cheap, people waste it.
Yeah, of course.
Anyway.
In the beginning, we told you that we don't have big problems with the water, but in the future, maybe. But for now, that's all.
So anyway, just for the rest of the project, it might be interesting for you also to measure the meters yourself. Just go to the meters and look at the numbers. Like, for example, and don't do it for tomorrow, don't worry. But just as a suggestion, and you don't have to do it. But hear me out.
But I was going to say that this is made by students from the 5th grade. And if I ask how much liters did they save, they're gonna be...
No, because this is the wrong question. And it's always about how to ask your question. Then how can you get a 5-year student?
Yes.
How do you get him to tell you the right amount? Do you ask him on liters?
But anyways, all the ways that you ask, they will be like, we don't know, we didn't measure it, because they are.
We didn't ask them.
Nobody does, man. No, like we don't measure our electricity, we don't measure our water bills, we don't measure nothing.
We are like
maybe they use the help of someone, maybe parents.
Okay, that's good, because you have to be aware. So that's an idea for you to be aware of what you're paying for, even if it's just a few euros. Anyway, you can turn to the older students maybe, and you don't have to measure it in liters. For example, if the meter says 300 one day, and the next day it will be 312, it means that 12 units of something were wasted, right? Now, if you're checking it on average for a week or for 3 days, it doesn't matter, and you get to a certain amount, and then you ask them to shower less time, spend less time in the shower for 3 days again, and then measure it again, how much units of something. You don't talk about liters and you don't talk about anything. And then you can see that they actually saved, and how much money, how much water they managed to save. That's just a suggestion. I can tell you that
It's an older student maybe, but with the fifth grader, I don't know.
maybe with the fifth graders it won't work. We don't know. But maybe with the older ones, it might be interesting for you to see how effective is your activity, because this is the best measurement for effectiveness of your activity. Okay? You don't have to do
Yes,
it,
for
it's just
sure.
a suggestion. I think we covered it all. Do you want to run another cycle of presentation, or you feel like you need to process everything and fix the comments before?
A kuptut veç që ky slajdi I fundit që dashte me thonë Denis.
Po, po.
O kry, se nëse doni prap me kthejmë, po nëse jo, besoj që ka diçka.
Po mendoj që duhet me ndrejsh një herë çka kena bu gabim, me rregullu tani me.
Po për sonte po mdoket ball tani maj.
Yeah, I think we should like fix the mistakes we already done, like remove some text, get up some another text, and then we can present it tomorrow.
Okay, no problem. Just the most important thing is watch the time, because when you get to 3 minutes, the person in the room will stop you. Okay?
Right. Yeah.
It was good to see you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Good
No
job.
problem. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you very much for your help.
Bye-bye.
We really appreciate it.
No problem.